And hello guys, and welcome to the very last segment of Shadow of the Colossus. Last time we fought a guy with a big blade that broke bridges and was no fun to fight, and now we're fighting a guy that is also no fun to fight, but also is really dramatic and kind of cool. As you can see, one statue to go here. We're almost on the home finish here, woo!
Woo!
And now we choose to bring Yoshi back.
I was here for everything. I was quiet.
We filter thoughts.
Cool. If I'm not here, just have like a puppet or subtext or subtitles.
You don't want me to make a puppet version of you. Let me! I'm on here!
Yeah, that's what I would say. Haha, Travis.
See, even at this point, he even changes his dialogue bubble, kind of just giving us more of a, we're almost done. Just keep it up, buddy. And also, guess from that big lump what it is.
Is it the wall?
Is it a thwomp?
It is, yes. Alright. So, this one's also giving emphasis that we're kind of in a hurry. Emphasize make haste, because we need to get stuff done. As you saw from earlier parts, we had that group of horsemen riding towards us. I guess it was part 13. And they're starting to get closer, but I'm going to get one little final look at things here. And also test if she's still hard of steel. And also if he sits still long enough, he actually looks around on his own.
He's adjusting the camera himself?
No, this is actually just something in gameplay. You just don't touch it for a while, it just kind of does its own thing. So at this point, this one's actually in kind of an opposite direction we haven't really explored that much. And by opposite direction, looks very similar to directions we go in every time. But you're going to see it's a completely different space. It's actually about half the map we've never even been to before. As you can see, when we kill Colossus, they do appear on the map. But if you notice, there's a really big distinctive area at the bottom we haven't explored at all. That's where we're going.
Alright, neat.
And luckily I don't get lost either.
Have you been getting lost?
Four more left to watch.
Forests, and forests. Luckily there's no forest here, so... And for you poor folk that are waiting for me to catch lizards and or jump on eagles, ain't gonna happen! I just know it happens, but, you know, it's not gonna happen this time. So there's the part where we fought the first Colossus, and on our way to the little canyon area over here. This part, honestly, has probably the bit... Obviously, because it's the end of the game, has the most emotional resonance. Obviously, because it is the end. So, amidst traveling over these massive canyons, and also, it's nice because this does feel like a nice area we haven't ever really seen before. Also, you might be wondering why we couldn't just go this way before. Well, there's a certain thing in the path that prevents it. We'll see that when we get to it.
Would I be correct in assuming it requires our grip gauge to be at the level it's at right now?
It doesn't really have much to do with that, but I could tell you that we wouldn't stand a chance against the last Colossus if we didn't have as much grip gauge as we did. I still use the general compass as a way of finding myself around, even though it's pretty much directly south from the main temple. It just gives me a good idea of... And also just prevents me from getting lost again. Thank me later.
Maybe.
And I'm actually aiming to kill lizards like I just there. I'm starting to become evil. All this tentacle power is in me. And we can kind of see where we need to go from here. A big open mouth of the earth over there.
The silhouette almost looks like something from the Neverhood.
What's interesting about that is that at this point in the game, there's a moment of peace here, because I mean this is going to be really the last moment of peace we get to enjoy in this game, because things are going to get a little bit more intense coming up. The rush of it, the fact that we know it's over, and also know I'm gotten stuck on rocks, it honestly gave me a somber feeling to this end. I mean, obviously there's a lot of big of a trial here, and the repetition's also there sometimes of fighting the same thing over and over again. But also the feeling of knowing that it's going to be over with this. It's rough. It honestly is. Because, I mean, exploring this world and learning more about it and seeing these Colossus and different designs and stuff, just knowing that it's going to end with this little final moment is a little rough. Plus, the knowledge that you're about to have answers to all these questions we've been formulating, at least most of them, comes to turn once we make it past that cliff. It's always that mechanic at the end of games, and a lot of games get that right. That knowing that you're basically opening Pandora's box to get this knowledge. First time I played through this was definitely an emotional experience because of it. So if you look over here, it looks like there's a big circle right there. It's actually a door. What prevented us from going here before is that the door will not open unless the 15 other Colossus are dead. So we can always ride over here, but it really make no difference whatsoever. One little final leap for the fans. So at this point, crazy leap.
Momentum!
Whee! So at this point, we're using our key here to unlock the door. Surprise, it's Agro stab. I'm getting away. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Your girlfriend's mine!
Ew. Of course, it is a girl. Guy, I'm not even sure. Well, didn't they say it was a mare?
Well, we also said we don't care, so...
I don't care. It's Agro's its own gender.
The gender is horse.
Yes. So just like any great horses, we'll use him to climb stairs, which I'm sure he appreciates.
I'm too lazy to climb up the own fucking stairs.
I have a beast of burden for a reason. We're finally making it to the final stage of battle here. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
He just falls back.
This was a big moment for a lot of gamers. Yep. Agro gets killed.
Not a god now, are ya? But you wish you had that scuba gear now!
Just flies up and finally that Leonardo da Vinci helicopter. I knew I built it down here for a reason.
You can get back here. I could.
And I think that the loss of Agro is pretty much the exclamation point on the overall push of this game of our willingness to basically give up everything for this. The fact that we're basically giving our body and our lives to try to bring this girl back from the dead. And one thing is never really even said is the girl even loves us, or really even knows who we are. But damn it, we still fight for her.
She better love us after this.
No kidding.
I lost my horse.
All you hear from the side is, Wander, I'm okay! Where'd you go?
I have just broken the 2 back legs here.
I'm alive!
I'm a little.
You're not gonna shoot me, are you?
Can you hear me? Oh, fuck it.
My last owner tried to do that, he didn't think I could heal.
I found some snacks down here. It's nice. All the lizards you can eat.
It's like he's climbing this giant thing and the horse keeps talking to him. It's just...
We're in a rush, okay?
I can't feel anymore.
You know, I think you're ignoring me.
Did you use the coupons for the cornflakes? Still hungry.
Who left the light on?
It's actually this moment where you did lose Agro got voted many times to being one of the bigger shocks of the year the game came out. Because obviously, Wander being such a vanilla character as he is, we got a big attachment to the horse. Well, I know we did.
Yeah, I think this LP shows that pretty nicely.
Also, we have this big weather change going on here. Just making things just seem more like hell. And honestly, after we see the last Colossus, it really does feel like hell. Especially for me, the player.
Wander, I'm getting wet! Tur! Can you even hear me?
So this guy right here is the final Colossus of the entire game. And he is a dickhole that is an understatement, really.
He's wearing a temple dress.
The temple dress is nice because it keeps him from actually moving. But that doesn't make him any less difficult. Plus, if you notice, Wander's stance is becoming a little bit more worn down. This is why he's hard. He's got some major laser blasts here going on. So the point of this early part is I mentioned at some point the dodge roll was going to become key. It's going to be on this part. Because he doesn't leave many openings, and this is basically trying to dodge his attacks. Like this!
Oh,
dodge roll!
Oh shit!
Nailed it!
Wander, are you fine?
He's running on tentacle power, he's fine.
Okay.
This guy impacts for a lot of damage too, and I trust me, I will be displaying this. Confidence is your worst enemy in this part, because when you think you've dodged it, sometimes you don't.
When you think you've dodged it, keep dodging.
So is it like a one-hit kill?
Not necessarily, but he's very merciless with them, and they do knock you really far back. So I'm biding my time at this point. At this point, I'm just trying to travel up close enough to him where his range of his laser attacks have no effect. See? That knocks him out of midair. And he's not going to give me much time to stand up and adjust. He's just waiting for me to before he shoots again. So I gotta go. And it doesn't work.
Christ!
Wow.
That's what makes this part really tough, and look at my health. That was 2 shots, and he didn't even hit me directly.
And breaking your spine did nothing.
So I don't mind doing the death roll, because now I'm alive.
It doesn't do anything compared to an energy blast.
It did look kind of silly, like you just jumped in. Ahoy!
Right?
It's like I'm basically like jumping into a clown car. So right now I'm taking my time, because if you notice, the more I bide my time, his health starts to formulate up. Now, I would have already lost to this guy if this didn't happen. So, thank you for letting progressive healing take place.
You know, blood clots.
Yep. Honestly, in this part of the game, despite the fact that we didn't really spend any time collecting lizards or anything like that, there's plenty of a stamina gauge to be able to defeat this guy. Of course, having more of it would make it easier, but this is plenty for me. I got 1 lizard on me, and that's really enough.
Someone's in the kitchen with died! Oh, someone's in the kitchen with... Oh god, it hurts!
I'm starting to get an infection. See, he actually has a good targeting system, because he's hitting it right above my head here. See, he knows where I am.
We all live... Wander! I get knocked down, and I can't get up.
I'm pressing my life alert, it's not working!
I've lost the nade to my voice, apparently, too. So, this part's tough.
It was sleep apnea. The fall took care of that.
See, at this point, I can't run fast enough to make it to that side, so I have to use the rolls. I'm just trying to find the right distance for it. Because if you get it wrong, well, you get knocked right down into that little crevice right there. I got it wrong.
Oh. At least he can't get hurt here.
So not good for my face.
So,
Ooh, not good for his legs.
exfoliate. So, what makes this part tough is that I have to make it through about 3 or 4 open patches here. If I mess up one of them, I have to start over. So we're going to see that in full effect. And also, sometimes I try to fake him out to take a blast, because I think at least in between the intervals, I can make it. Nope, he's really fast.
So he really is just fucking with you.
Yes, he is.
Hey, the Happy Flying Stone again!
Reappearance! And if you notice he starts taking too much damage, he starts getting into this more panting damage position. So I'm just gonna take my time and enjoy the nice healing of life. And
Bling!
yeah, boy, I'm okay.
Viagra, take effect.
See, he just has his hand stretched right there and just blasts me like that. And it's hard to predict necessarily the intervals of his blasts, as you just saw. So you just gotta hope. It's a combination of skill and luck here. Obviously, this court, keep going.
Oh,
I was really close to messing up. Look at the distance on that one. Ugh.
Squeaky, squeaky, plop, plop.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh, backslam too.
God.
Just hear him just quietly weeping. Ugh.
It won't let me cross.
See, he always shows his little signs of fatigue, and the fact he kind of takes his posture the entire time with this battle, which also makes you indicate that all these battles with Colossus are starting to take their toll. Plus the change to this very, very sad and dark music.
They put all the detail on that, but not on breaking your spine multiple times?
Tentacle powers!
Oh, yeah, I forget. Right, you're right.
They are repairing my spine as we speak. Because, hey, healing. See, he's just got his hands up there. Just like, come on, go for it.
I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing your head.
So at this point, I tried a little trick that didn't work.
God.
Alright, take 6 or whatever we're on now.
Wander, you still okay?
I'm already back at the temple.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm a ghost.
No.
Just slapping my leg, trying to get feeling back in my feet. Come on. Come on.
Ah, that's a leg slapper.
Go, Argo, go. Oh, that's real funny, dickhead.
Also, good look at his face. He's pretty much a zombie at this point.
I love zombie.
Love zombie. Sounds like a good song.
Adamant did cool zombie. Wander's not quite cool though.
Nah, he didn't quite have that with him.
Love zombie. Now.
Luckily, the system right here is I'm starting to kind of figure out after being blasted 15 times is to try to leap when you hear the sound of the blast in mid-run. So usually that's enough distance to make it to the other side here. That's what I did. And I made it. But I still gotta make it to that. Which doesn't sound hard, but you can still die here. So... got it. Third time was certainly not the charm on that one.
Wonderlands nailed it. Perfect timing.
You land right on top of Agro. I've been waiting.
Let's go!
I'm right under him.
He's looking up my petticoat. How rude.
Forgot to wear my panties today. So,
I don't want to climb anymore.
I'm gonna tell you, I've beat this part. I know how to beat it, but fuck this part. This is even harder than dodging the blasts. Mainly because of controller issues. This game, one of its faults you can always find with it is that the controllers can seem kind of sloppy, which gets much harder when the camera battles you in direction and all sorts of things like that. I mean, he's not likely to shake you off on this lower half, so this isn't tough. So when you get to his upper half, it's a little bit more of a struggle. And, as people might have noticed, there are multiple ways to actually do this correctly. I do the way it's supposed to be done.
That's new.
I know, right? But it's still one of those things that, Thorn Testament, this was actually much longer than originally, that we're doing for this. It's me making the same mistake over and over and over and over again. And see, I'm nice this time and not showing you guys that part.
That part took much longer than the one down in the crevice.
Yes. Man, and trust, you didn't want to be there when I was gaming at that point. I don't get mad often, and that made me mad. And trust me, I got that mad every time I played this part. Still love this game, but god damn. Did they make this part just a pain in the ass to climb? Not that really once you climb him he has much in regards to defense, but... See, at this point I'm trying to aim to cause him to where I can reach other limbs, per usual like the other Colossus, before I do a cartwheel.
Oh dear.
I need to aim, obviously, to stab him in the back here, which kind of causes a chain reaction of events that lead me to his head, his one weak point. First he reaches behind to try to stop me. Look at the size of his damn hand. I grab onto his hand. He moves it around. So at this point it's a battle between the camera, his hand, and trying to find a way to not fall. So I think I got it. There's nothing to grip on his arm, so you gotta move quickly to his arm part, but oh, he moves.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Guess what we're doing? And guess it's only half damage.
Oh god.
And guess we gotta do it again. So I'm like, fuck you. I'm gonna hit your damn toe.
Super secret instant death spot.
So guess what we get to watch happen again?
Oh.
He's a temple in himself, but damn, it's really tough to have to start over again. At this point, you know what I was saying, melancholy, oh, it's so hard to finish the game. I was like, I'm gonna fucking finish this game.
I'm officially happy to see you end.
It's interesting how they do have this Colossus that's pretty much sealed to the ground. Its legs don't actually really exist. Which kind of continues with my thought process with them. You know, we've seen some of them become part of the Earth when they die. This one seems more like a man-made structure. I mean, there's nothing here that gives you the element of being the Earth. It looks like something like the Tower of Babel or something like that. And obviously at this point he doesn't shift around much, so there's not too much worry for me losing my balance. And that's how they fool you. So obviously the mistake we made last time is that we were trying to crawl up his arm, so that way we can get to his upper arm. So that's what we're going to try to attempt this time. If I don't tumble around like a newborn kitten. I don't know how I did that. And this guy must have a really hurt lower back, because I stabbed his lower back so many times. See, I try to see what I can do from the front. Nope. Energy belly. Nothing to grip.
Fireplace man.
Abs of lava. So one of the tricks you can actually have seen people do before is that sometimes he lowers his arm, and you could actually jump directly to his arm from here. He never does that for me. He like knows his... He's like, whoa, whoa, stop it. See, I think that one's done. I'm like, up, and he moves it. Like, fuck it, I'll just do it the way I'm supposed to. There's ways to cheat this battle, but I can never seem to get it done. And I'm sure there's a way to cheat every battle, but I just don't know. You know, it's become such even harder to cheat it than to do it the normal way. So I just went, screw it.
You know what would have helped you right here? Some purple Pikmin.
And aggro.
And aggro.
Right, Pikmin.
Our aggro, not the real one.
Yep. So, what makes this part tough, especially for the first time, it's a very much a trial and error battle. And not much is explained to it, just like the other Colossus, but here, obviously, if we make a mistake, we kind of have to start over. Which makes it all the more frustrating. At this point, obviously, I need to be able to climb on top of his hand. He keeps on rotating it, making me start over my climb. So, I fall almost all the way down.
It's not much better, honestly.
Oh my god, you caught that. Yeah, it's awful.
You got it, but still.
Trust me, I was just looking at the screen going, this is the fucking worst. And you guys are watching it. But trust me, it's worth it. Getting to the least the end point of this, and also, remember when I had that one character I told you when I stabbed him it felt good? I'm pretty sure that I came in my pants when I stabbed him the first time. Not absolutely sure, but I did have to change them.
What about the second?
Oh man. Once I get to finally stab him after battling him for an hour. Oh. That was close to video game porn as you can get. Wait, there is video game porn, never mind. That's a whole subject we don't want to talk about. So I'm trying to find a way around that.
You can't give up.
I was about to commit suicide and quit halfway. No, no, no. You can try this.
You know what? Fuck it. I don't really want to save her. Why should I? What has she done for me?
I think this is good enough. I can negotiate with Dormin.
15 is good enough. I stabbed it once. I'll be back some other day.
I'm an optimist, Dormin. I do like the fact that this one has very much more of a human element to it. Now, one of the symbolisms that I've heard about this particular Colossus is it's supposed to actually represent Wander himself. Which is kind of interesting because it is the complete human element of it. And how dark it's gotten as well. It's an interesting philosophy with it, but... See, this one's tough. I have to stab him in the arm so he actually moves his hand over to it, and then somehow leap from his arm to his hand. It would be easy if the leaping control was actually good, but it's not. So first time I did this, I missed a lot. So now at this point, I need to crawl on his hand again. Now those big rings right there are going to prevent me from climbing up his arm this time. So I have to stab his hand. So it becomes a mount. Now the trick here is also to find his big glowy weak spot and also shoot another part of him. Not his head though. I make this mistake. That's actually his weak point. And I miss. Big thing is he only holds his hand there temporarily. And I managed to grip on his other arm somehow. So here we go. After doing it about 1,000,000 times wrong, you shoot him in the shoulder. Which then allows him to move his arm into place. And finally, fucking finally, make it to his head. Which I almost don't do.
Have to redo the whole part.
So apparently at one point in that, you're actually able to jump to this point of his shoulder way early in the battle. I never am able to accomplish that. I tried, but I couldn't. So now here's another tough part. His shoulders and his back are covered in stone that I can't grip onto. And he moves around a lot with his torso, surprisingly. Now obviously the big stabby point is the center of his head. So I'm going to take him to Stabby Town. But not yet. He's got a flail. And trust me, I'm just like, I am so ready to stab you. I am so ready. Fuck it, I'm not ready.
Yeah. This is pretty tense because I'm looking at the grip gauge.
So I'm just gonna stay on his head and let him recover a bit. He's just like, did I knock him off? Oh, oh. So I'm like, no, I am not falling off this time. I'm not starting this climb over again. I saved you guys a whole ton of grief that I had to experience myself, and Thorn kind of had to experience vicariously through me, editing this. Oh!
That was the wrong spot.
I know. Shut up.
It still feels good.
Still felt good. Still is doing damage. But he doesn't... It's hard because it's one of the situations, again, where if you grip to the wrong spot, he'll never let you stab him. Even though it's on his vulnerable spot. So, see? That didn't work. So I gotta move further down, but he moves way ton. And again, another Colossus that really, really, really deserves to die. Well, it happens later in the game, honestly. I did damage! I did damage!
I did it, Mom! I did it!
See, I'm not trying to play around at this point. I'm just gonna stab him continuously until he dies. Plus, I only got so much grip gauge to work with here. And a lot of mouthful of black goo.
A camera full of it.
Yep. That poor cameraman and his injuries with that bridge.
Yeah.
See? I'm just gonna wait here. Let it recharge a bit. Luckily it does recharge in a rather quick fashion. If you notice, my health is all the way back up, too. I'm a little stronger than the average human, despite all this. Oh my god. Victory is at hand pretty soon. And you know, I'd even say this guy deserves to die. I did kind of hunt him myself and kill him. And this does seem very much helpless for him. It's time for me to end this game. At least end this battle. Just one more stab, and all the Colossus in this game are dead. And trust me, it's been a moment I've been looking forward to since the very beginning. And I missed that last stat, so
Take two.
take two.
As you were saying, it's time we end it. God damn it.
Take three.
It would be the worst thing ever if you fell right here.
Oh, yeah. But finally, I'm gonna let this go to an end.
Imagine that! Oh!
What wacky circumstances! What's interesting about this guy, he just falls in this little kind of slump like this. He's straight-bodied.
I thought he was gonna fall forward.
And I'd land on his arm, oddly enough. And I also find another glitch. I walk on the sky. Sky ground. And now, people, the way that Shadow of the Colossus ends. A very depressing but awesome ending. With some new horsemen! And more bridge action.
Yay!
Have you seen my kids?
My wallet floated downstream! Oh.
Damn it!
And now, 6 times the action of stair descending.
Individually.
But this is the end of time for all of this action. And they fired their gun into the door to open it, apparently. So we've been wondering why exactly these people are here. It's also, there is the gentleman who began our story, with the narration that we have. Well, we're about to find out exactly what these people are. They are a little bit late, though. I kind of killed everybody already. There is something just so desolate about this, and obviously they don't necessarily comprehend everything that's going on here, except that the last statue is finally destroyed. And they're just like, wow, that was kind of cool. And someone's online.
By the way.
By the way.
It's not the only thing shaking tonight.
Mother of God, there's a woman in here.
I call dibs.
High five!
Yeah, man, she looks dead. Like I said, she's all yours.
Screw you guys, I want the rock!
Doesn't this come off as like the most demonic altar now? With this like evil music going on? Meanwhile, back with Wander. Yep.
It's totally where he fell.
And he hasn't moved yet. Looks pretty dead. Also, you know, I've been questioning how he's been getting back to the temple. He just does. Obviously, we don't have Agro to drag him back like we originally predicted. Meanwhile, with a random gentleman poking the dead girl. Not that way, pervs!
With a stick.
With a stick.
His stick.
Oh! Ah!
I'm going to mash your face with my hand. I made it! What'd I miss?
Honey, I'm home.
I brought some buddies. Did you make snacks? Also, I got little babby horns. Apparently I did something I wasn't supposed to. And also some good use of made-up language. So here's your reward for killing all this Colossus and trying to save your girlfriend. Now you're gonna die. I look really fucked up, don't I?
Mm.
Wonder if my buddies have my back. I mean, literally they do, but will they?
There's one just jogging after me.
Oh, and it wasn't hard enough to walk.
Was he gonna eat it? Oh.
I like this shot. This position, honestly, in the game makes me realize how hard it would have been tonight just to stab somebody. This just seems so... I couldn't do it. But he does it.
You missed.
Damn it, I missed! Oh. Oh, black goo.
Joke's on you, my blood has tentacles.
I have been tentacled one too many times, gentlemen.
What's the guy in the back looks drunk?
Oh god, I'm drunk on Shadow.
Clearly that's Agro's spirit.
Yep. Oh god, I'm drunk.
Well, no wonder he's still alive. You stabbed him in the shoulder.
So Love is still pulling him through this. I mean, literally, he's pulling the sword out of Love. This is either Love or Stalker. It's hard to tell at this point. Obviously, it's something pretty main artery-ish. The pity of this is just how much work this person did to try to accomplish this, only to be killed so mundanely by a sword. And finally, we discover the true motivations of Dormin, our keeper. Why do we kill all these 16 Colossus? What is his gain from this? Obviously, she's still dead. So she wasn't revived now that we've killed 16 of them. So what does that exactly mean for the situation? It basically means that the Colossus had a purpose beyond just being creatures. Because now, I am Dormin. The Colossus themselves were actually just pieces of Dormin sealed within these bodies. And by us killing him, we freed him. We've basically brought the end of the world. I dropped the ball on that one.
Fucking told ya. I fucking told ya.
And also we finally understand these Shadows people are actually segments of Dormin's power. This also leads to a very interesting and unexpected moment in the game. Girlfriend staring. No, that's normal. But last bit of gameplay moment in the game. I get to be Dormin.
Sweet.
Oh, that's great.
So, one thing that really emphasized in this part of the game His controls are very slow, like a Colossus would imagine. Moving is rather slow for him. I can't keep up with him, just like in a normal Colossus. But you have a number of attacks. You have the ground pound. You also utilize kind of a purple flame breath. I mean, use it to full effect. You're just smashing these people. But at this point, you just really feel stupid. But at the same time, there's this you just want to preserve and stay alive here. Obviously, because they showed that character take the sword. The sword's a big key, literally and figuratively, to this scenario. And these bastards. This is me actually trying to aim just to leave the temple. Now that I'm an immortal death god.
Who's transparent.
Worth it.
Totally worth it. See ya, girl.
Told you we don't need that girl. We don't need Agro, we're an immortal death god.
Stop him from getting to the stairs! Then well, he won't get away, it's a long staircase, but still!
Imagine if we had to watch that.
Right? It's just they keep missing somehow.
Title screen comes up.
Right? Shadow of a...
I jump in the back of normal aggro. With that shadow. Away!
It's like the title slowly fades in, and then another, like, a subtitle, like, fades in. Game of the Year.
Edition.
So that's me blowing fire to little effect. They managed to sneak past me. One of the negatives of being a death god. You're not always the fastest.
Aw.
So what did we accomplish by doing all the work that we did?
We died.
We died, and there was basically a reason why this place was sealed up in the first place. And we kind of fucked up that natural order. And this guy that seemed like a douche at the beginning is actually a good guy. We've become the bad guy.
Just throw it down. It always lands blade side down.
Like a cat. Its feet are its blades. He's not athletic. Give him some credit.
It's actually just a trampoline. Brings him back up.
Oh, my poor mask! See, even after all of this, we still fail. Even though we didn't do what we're supposed to do and failed that, we failed this too.
Wait, I was gonna get into movies for free.
With my dead girlfriend.
With my dead girlfriend.
So we actually... You're dying, and you hear the dying Colossus music. There's something very haunting about that. So at this point, you have one little last control. As hard as you try to Charleston away, you will not have any success. I whistle for a horse, maybe help. So, I figured out a trick. Nope. I'm going to.
Lou, skip to my Lou, skip to my... I'm trying to skip to my Lou, goddammit.
Skip to my girlfriend.
Hopefully her name is Lou. It's honestly a trick I found to go away from it.
Honestly, this kind of takes away all the, like, build-up and the dramaticness. I was like, and they're like, oh shit, it's working.
That's what I kind of did. I'm like, no, this is actually working. But I actually did accomplish something by doing this. Apparently, if you manage to avoid from being sucked into that big vortex thing for like about a minute, you get an achievement on your PlayStation. Which you'll see me do, because I didn't know that was the case.
You were just jumping around like an idiot, and it gave you an achievement for it.
I was like, I just want to live and have fun.
At this point, the door is just getting tired. Like, come on.
The music is started going.
Yeah, right.
It's
The
like-
people on the violins are just like, Jesus, I'm tired.
I just go, you know what? I'm not making any headway here. I'm not quitting though. I'm almost. I'm gonna take it with me.
Is it an invisible wall?
Well, you had these random tumble moments, so I think I've just found out further you go, you just kind of auto do. So now I'm just like, eh.
It just make the tumble even longer.
Yep. Now I'm.
What was that? They cough? What?
This is the best thing ever.
I found at least 3 or 4 ways to break this game.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
Oh god.
But also now, in a bit of melancholy, we have to say goodbye to Wander. That was not fabulous.
No.
The most graceful exit ever.
And see, resistance! I got an achievement!
Yeah.
Congratulations, nothing was accomplished.
In the history books, and then it was the most silly exit ever. It took like 5 minutes.
And then his allergies acted up and he finally left.
The bards told the story after a silly skip through the village. And also, when this happens, the bridge decides to seal itself off. I feel sorry for the guy in the back.
Guys! Guys!
Why'd you give me the fat horse?
Guys! You guys!
This also means the only way into these Forbidden Land is completely sealed off.
But not completely, you just need to climb. Which we can do.
Oh, see, I guess we have a parachute or something. So what do we accomplish by doing all this?
Didn't you already ask that?
Well, acting now with a different scenario here.
She looks properly dead this time. Which is a bit ironic because,
Dormin actually granted your wish. She is actually alive.
maybe it's just dust.
Ah! What a great coma!
Man, heaven sucks.
This is actually the pose that happened in part 13 as well. It was almost a bit of foreshadowing at this moment. But also, she is kind of sealed in a forbidden land. And she's alone. With lizards, maybe, but that's about it. And birds.
And birds.
Well, you have that whole giant area to look around forever. Until you die again.
Go follow that beacon, wonder what you'll find.
Probably nothing, but you know.
Oh, it's a big dead thing.
Oh! That's not something to wake up to as nightmare material. But it has to be really kind of a disorienting material, you know, because you die not aware what happened, then you wake up in some random land on an alt.
I'd be pretty pissed because I have no shoes. So I'm just walking on stone and grass and
So just have to skip your way through the temple.
pretty much. And roll around.
Oh my god, did we just hear what we think we heard?
I am Super Horse.
My leg fucking hurts.
I told you I was okay.
You're behind me the whole time! So you do have a friend who's left. And yay! Agro's alive.
But not you.
Not you, though.
I learned how to skip.
I kind of have to now.
So yeah, when I told your boyfriend forget you, yeah, I didn't say that.
This also kind of encourages the fact that possibly Agro is her horse. Maybe this whole time.
This was that dick that was riding me.
What if the whole game was just a horse delivery?
So here's a cool thing about these ending credits. These are all the corpses of the Colossus that we killed.
Oh, did we get to see before? Like, oh, before you killed him, he was an accountant.
That bull is just at a desk with a suit on.
Exactly.
Have you seen their bodies have completely decomposed to the point of just becoming stones in the earth itself, and in fact, plants are growing around them and things like that? There's giant Agro, not being so aggro anymore.
Mommy.
It is also kind of depressing that it ends showing the corpses of the things we've killed. It's almost like the fact of what you've done is weighed against you. See all these creatures, these magnificent creatures that exist in this world? You did this. Way to go.
It's like during the credits to this, you just see like random words like "you monster" and "way to go." See, like right there, family and friends.
They just show like little baby Colossus show up to be like, "Mommy, mommy."
Director Fumito Ueda, look at what you did.
You crazy motherfucker! When are you gonna release that game you've been working on for like 7 years? Last of the Guardians, come on! Kinda expected you to announce it at E3, but you didn't. There's the tiger fucker. I didn't mind killing, so you're good in your temple dead. And that guy that I destroyed the tedium battle with. That would have been so much worse video if I didn't. Oh, you. So glad I killed you too. Despite your niceness. And your hugeness.
I was your big bug friend.
And there's this idiot. I'm not being too nice to him, am I? You know what? I'm gonna feel regret for killing him.
Colossus and Horse AI system. Thank you for the laughs.
Oh, of course.
Special thanks go to Tim Moss and the murderer, which is you.
Look at that just silhouette of just that body hanging there. And in a related news,
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck!
after 30 minutes of riding, this bridge is so long.
Imagine one of the horse just got tired and was like, oh, fuck this.
Butts the guy over. You run.
You just see him actually running on feet, just like, oh god.
Victor, don't stop!
Right? What if that breaks too? Run, you idiot!
You know, it would have been fine if he didn't seal me.
God damn it, I forgot my iPod.
Go back, minion. Congratulations, girl. You're existing in a world of utter silence and somehow serene peace as well. Who revived the birds? That one bird class is actually still alive. It's just me and you and me. No matter how I broke a leg, it had to be.
Oh.
I love you.
Let's go look at his corpse.
Ow!
It might put us in a good mood.
It's still tumbling.
Well, it's taking too long for her to walk there, so she starts doing that hop skip that I did. So here's a bit of interestingness that we're going to find here. Oh. Well.
Don't look at me, it's not mine.
Call Mari. So here's the interesting thing. He's now a baby.
With horns.
Here's the interesting thing about the horn mechanic. The original game. No, let me finish the story, dumbass. The reason he has horns in the first place, and this is big kind of rumor spec because it's honestly just not really explained, but it's kind of assumed, is that the original game Ico, the story was that the horned race of people were a cursed group of people that were forced out of these tribes and sent and exiled into these lands. What the initial thought about this is that Wanderers become the first of the cursed society of horned people. So it attaches itself to the Ico universe. Whether this is true or not has never really been proven, but it does hold some kind of semblance to him being cursed in this land and becoming, and also following that you curse soul kind of thing he was talking about. So the attachment of the game is there without even really being thoroughly explained. And also we're going to a place we've never been before. If we noticed that temple was a lot bigger than what we were exploring, and we went down. Now let's go up. Also, there is an advantage to actually finding all the lizards for this purpose. You can actually climb this entire temple if your grip gauge is high enough, which can only come high enough when you've actually caught all the lizards. Just one of the little bonus things that helps you find different locations. But now that we've gone all the way up here, we found this little hidden grove here. And actually a nice, beautiful, peaceful area.
For Agro to die in.
To bury him in somewhere. Interesting thing is that if you get the PS3 edition of this game, you actually get 2 dynamic themes for your PS3. One of them is actually this land as a dynamic theme.
I just want to point out this amazing name of the associate release manager, Eric Fishback.
Thank you.
And apparently The Edge is one of the Dev Suite web administrators.
Hey, look, this deer's been trapped up here this whole time. So there is life in this land. Just not much human, but there is life. And squirrels.
Yum.
Crunch, crunch. Welcome to the family. And those doves that have been pecking this whole time show up too. So, this kind of shows a bit at the end that there is... It's bittersweet, but there is a form of happiness to this. This woman that was killed basically because of basically thinking that she was evil, gets brought back to life and gets brought into this world of just utter peace. Never to ever really be messed with by other humans or killed and all that. And also, we get to follow this nice little hawk out of the building. Shows that actually we have quite a bit more temple to explore. That was just midway through. Look at all that that's left. So if you don't keep watching to the end, you might lose the point of this game. You might have thought that this was just going to be some kind of dark path taken with it, but there is some kind of peace taken with it and some kind of positive benefit. Girl's still alive, Wander's still alive, Agro is actually still alive. And they all can live happily ever after in a sense. The eagle got kicked out of its house.
That's the real story here.
Here's the great thing about that is that the very beginning of the game began with a hawk. Now it ends with the same hawk.
About to be struck by lightning.
Ah, damn it, I was gonna say that. 2005, huh?
This game came out 8 years ago and is still prevalent. Something to be said about that.
It really is gonna get struck by lightning, look.
I'm okay.
It just ends off on that. Like, no, the game was actually a comedy the whole time.
And that is how Shadow of the Colossus ends. Kind of a good way to round about it, in a sense. There's still some ways we wish things would have worked out better, but in the end, everyone's happy.
Well, now I'm just curious about Ico.
I actually haven't beat it yet.
Really?
It's difficult. It's a co-op game where you're... It's not really a co-op game. It's an escort game. Escort mission, almost the whole game. But it's surprisingly difficult from the sense that your person that's helping you is not really... It's kind of helpless.
Hmm.
Not the annoying helpless. Like, you want to protect her, but she's just helpless. But yeah, that's the entire playthrough of Shadow of the Colossus for you guys.
So what's next for you on the LP front?
Well, beyond finishing this up, and I might run some kind of bonus videos. Next one that I'm going to try to jump into is the game of Sleeping Dogs. Quite the opposite of what we played here. Not really the art game, but definitely going to be one of the more fun games.
We'll make it an art.
Oh yeah, we'll make it an art form. This might be more like an 8-year-old with finger paint, but it'll be pretty great. I've already got about maybe 2 hours worth of footage, and it's all good. So yeah, I look forward to that, and also look forward to the awful outfits I put my character in. I might actually also at some point dabble into the world of Dragon's Dogma. Well, I haven't completely decided that yet. Because of the game's type and its length, it would be a very difficult Let's Play to harness, but we'll see. Either way, next down the pipeline is going to be Sleeping Dogs, so look forward to that.
Yay!
Yay! Yay! My deeds are finally over! Flies away.
I told you I was a super horse!
Wanders, wait up for me! Skip, skip, skip.